Until I found mixed martial arts, I was never great at anything. The reason that I've won in my career as an adult is because I lost so many times as a kid. I wasn't a naturally gifted athlete, but I wanted it more than anybody in the field or on the mat. I outworked people who were more talented than I was. Hard work and passion, dedication and grit. You're not weak because you're struggling. You're strong because you refuse to quit.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Carlos Condit Live AMA. My name is Ray Li, and I'm the CEO of Sene. And Carlos is with me backstage. We're going to bring him on in a second. Just to let you know, this Live AMA is in celebration of our collaboration on a signature line of gray jeans that are custom made to fit for any man or woman. And so let's start loading up the chat with your questions. It's going to be first come, first serve. And without further ado, let's welcome the man, the legend, Carlos Condit. Hey,
What's up,
Carlos.
How y'all doing?
What's up? So glad to have you here. You can tell that the chat is already blowing up. So I'm going to spotlight you here. We're going to start running through the questions. You ready to go?
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. So let's first ask, as everyone knows, how did it feel for that most recent win against Court McGee?
Man, it was a long time coming. I've been on a bit of a skid for a couple of years, and to put the work in and finally get the result that I wanted was amazing. It's good to be back on track.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about, what does the near future look like? Will you continue fighting?
Yeah, actually, I am. I got a couple of people asking. I am slated to fight Matt Brown in January 30th, Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. Me and Matt, hopefully third time's a charm.
That's awesome. Now, some people had doubts about your return. How did you cut through the noise to focus on getting to your win?
I just do what I always. I think in the past it was just not showing up on game day, and I just got my head straight. Same amount of preparation, put the same amount of work in, but I was just able to pull the trigger on game day.
That's awesome, man. Now we got one question coming in hot. It's totally separate from fighting. What is your favorite metal band?
My favorite metal band, Tool, hands down. It's got to be Tool. I mean, it's hard to choose, but yeah, I mean, if I had to choose one, it's got to be Tool.
Okay. What's your favorite type of coffee?
I like blends, honestly. With blends, you get lots of different stuff going on. But I like Ethiopian Sumatran blend is probably my favorite that we're doing at 100 Hands right now.
Okay. Would you rematch Diaz if he returns?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been talking about that fight. I'm excited that he's coming back just as a fan. And if he's up for it, I'd definitely be ready to run it back.
Amazing. We got another coffee question from Dave. How did you get into making your own coffee?
I've been, kind of a coffee enthusiast for a long time, and started hanging out at different roasters here in town and getting to know a little bit more about, the industry and the art of roasting. And then my business partners wanted to start a business. I'd met them doing medical sales when I was doing that for a little while, and so we just decided. I had the connections in town, and we all kind of came together, and we launched 100 Hands probably about 4 years ago now.
That is amazing. We got shout out from Midnight Meltdown. Just Loving 100 hands right there. Well, what about from Lance Simon? This is more of a Tim Ferriss question. What's your morning routine when not training for a fight?
When not training for a fight, I've kind of been on the cold shower bandwagon. So I pop up, I get into a cold ass shower, scratch my dogs and make some breakfast, get my kids ready and, get them off to school and then, back to whatever else I got to do for the day, whether it's training or, doing stuff for the coffee company.
That's awesome. Next up, in your opinion, who's the greatest of all time MMA fighter, the GOAT?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with my boy John Jones. There's lots of guys to choose from, but just the roster that he's been up against and his, he's basically undefeated against super high level talent for, a decade now. So yeah, Johnny Bones is the great in my opinion.
Amazing. All right, let's talk this one from Sahil. GSP has said that Carlos Condit was his toughest opponent. Can you walk us through that moment when you had him rocked?
Yeah, up to that point in the fight was not going my way, and I was losing the fight. I'd been taken down. I was bloodied up a bit, and so I, put together some stuff that we had been working on, and it worked. I dropped him, and I got really excited, all my dreams came true, and I think I got a little bit emotional and gassed myself out trying to finish him. But what an amazing experience. Now,
Juan, coming in from YouTube, what were your emotions like going into the Diaz fight versus the GSP fight?
I think I was a little bit more poised. I respect Diaz, and I always saw him as a peer, but GSP was like a hero, like God status, and so it was a little bit surreal fighting a guy that I had looked up to for since I was probably before I was even fighting professionally.
That's awesome, amazing. Now, Clint has a question that's related, which is, after over 20 years in professional fighting, how do you still maintain the same passion and drive to fight at the highest level?
I love what I do. I get to fight every day. I get to train and, hang out with my friends and fight for a living. And I go and work out all day, and I love it. I'm a kinesthetic guy. I need to move. If I don't move, if I sit still, my brain shuts down. I don't do well. So physical activity is kind of my life force, and so that's why I think I've been able to have the longevity that I have.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, related question from Joe. We know you don't quit, but what's a time you felt close to quitting, and what motivated you to keep pushing?
One thing that stands out in my mind is when I think it was my first title shot in WEC, or my first title defense I made. I was fighting Brock Larson, and I get taken down by this big beast ox of a man, and he starts dropping bombs on me, and I was like, well, maybe this isn't my night. Maybe this one, I'm not gonna walk away with the win. This dude is he's a maniac. And right as I thought that, or right as that was going through my head, my instinct took over, and I just instinctually went for that armbar, and I got it and finished the fight. So that was one particular where I was like, but I ended up pulling it out.
That's amazing. Amazing. Now, we got a question from Dominic on Instagram. What's next after fighting?
Obviously I have some different endeavors, coffee thing. I'm getting into the the clothing industry. I'm dipping my toe in that. I will always be involved in mixed martial arts in some capacity. I love this. I love what I do, whether it's coaching. I've thought about managing fighters. But yeah, it's I mean, I got a lot of different options, I suppose.
That's awesome. Now, what if you could only? This is a fun question. Let's go through a couple of these now. Valerie from Instagram. If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh, maybe steak and baked potatoes and asparagus.
Okay.
I think that covers all the bases.
Okay. Now, on food again, Sore Knuckles from Instagram. Would you drink Black Ivory, which is elephant poop coffee?
Yeah, sure. I've heard of it. I've never got a chance to try it, but yeah, I'm up for anything.
Okay.
I'm an adventurous guy.
Amazing. Okay. Also on coffee, any advice? This is from Evan. Any advice for getting in the coffee game?
Shoot, I guess it depends on exactly what you want to do, whether it's roasting or your own shop. But I would say, do a lot of research, develop your palate. Try to make connections with people who are already doing that, who are already in the industry, maybe in different facets, and from them.
All right. Next up, Mia. Who's your favorite football team and why?
I don't I like watching football, but I have a short attention span. So I will watch maybe a quarter and then, and then I drift off. So I actually don't have a team.
Okay. People are loving the poop coffee comment. So we're seeing a couple of questions in chat here. Would you, which one of your own knockouts is your favorite from Walter?
Probably, I think it's got to be the Dan Hardy knockout.
All right.
Just clean. Yeah. Just clean KO.
Okay. Next one, Eva from YouTube. How do you maintain your health, especially in the recovery phase?
I think a lot of it stems from diet. I eat really clean. I eat like a pretty nutritionally dense diet. I try to get good sleep, and then I stay active, and not just like train and kill myself, but also yoga and meditation, that sort of thing.
Well, we got another one. This one is interesting. It's about your beard. If your beard came alive and choked out your best friends, would you stand by your beard and its prerogative or shave it?
Oh, no, me and the beard are a package deal. My friends could wake up and, hopefully they'll forgive the two of us.
Amazing. Chris is wondering, what supplements do you take?
I take pretty basic. I take krill oil. I take aminos. I take a supplement called Lion's Mane, which is a mushroom supplement. It's good for your brain. I take some creatine sometimes, and then the rest of my nutrition I try to get from my food.
All right. Another one is from Jacob on Instagram. We're getting back into preparation. So, obviously the fight is coming up with Matt Brown. Jacob is curious, what do you do, or who do you want to fight after you defeat Matt Brown in January?
There's a couple of guys that are definitely on my radar. Nico Price, Vicente Luque has been killing it lately. I guess I got called out by Max Griffin the other day. So first things first. The fight with Brown is that's on my priority. But there's definitely a lot of guys in the welterweight division that are intriguing matchups.
Amazing. Well, what about who are your favorite up and coming fighters?
Favorite up and coming fighters. Uh, there's guys from Jackson's that I train with. Aaron Pico is one of my favorites. Great kid. He had a phenomenal knockout the other day. Patchy from that trains with us is amazing. He just fought for the Bellator title. I think 145 title, maybe 135 title a few months ago. Patchy's awesome. Christian Edwards is awesome. Lots of these guys that train out of Jackson.
Amazing. Another one coming up. It's really about food back again. What is your favorite cheat meal in Albuquerque?
Pizza. I got to go with probably Dion's. Dion's pizza, green chili, and all that ranch. All over it.
You can never go wrong with pizza. Now, I lost the name here because there's so many questions blowing up here in chat. But was it weird to fight without an audience on Fight, or to fight without a crowd in Fight Island?
It was a little bit different, but no, I don't know. You still got the dude in front of you. You still, it's the same thing going on. You see, in like an arena full of people, you can still see people outside the cage. In the middle of the fight, I saw Dana White. I saw the commentators. It wasn't way different.
Okay, totally makes sense. And you're going back in January. Got a question here from Jody. How do you celebrate after a fight?
I kick back. I eat. I hang out with my friends. Get back home and try to decompress a little bit. Hang out with my kids and I'm kind of just glad to have the pressure relieved. Leading up to a fight is ton of stress, ton of pressure, mostly that I put on myself, and I'm just ready to relax.
We got a fun one. You don't have to do this. Hope is asking, can we take that shirt off?
This is a family event, so maybe on the next one.
There we go. Ray, Trucks and Tech. What's your weight right now? You have to cut a lot of weight typically.
I've been walking around about 195, so 24 pounds.
Okay, all right. We got a really thoughtful one here from David. He's asking, has your approach to fighting and training changed much in the last 10 years as there's more consolidation of movement, serious refined technique versus ball out workouts going all, he said, I'm sort of referring to not destroying yourself in training before fights like younger athletes tended to do. Just how's that evolved over time?
Yeah, that is a good question. I would say mostly sparring has changed quite a bit. When I was young, it was like, oh, I get to fight every single day. This is, that's what of course I'm going to go do that. And that takes its toll, and that's not smart. I equate it to like if you're trying to code a computer and input very complex software on it while you're smashing it with a baseball bat, it's kind of counterproductive. The sparring has gotten a lot more technical and less brutal, I guess.
All right. What kind of music do you listen to when you train? From William.
I listen to all kinds of stuff. I like hip hop and metal and like bluegrass stuff, and it just depends on my mood.
Okay. I think this one is a thoughtful question that really speaks to everyone who's on chat right now. Illustrations from Instagram. Why do you think you have such a loyal fan base? Why do you connect with them so well?
I don't know, man. I'm just a guy that got an opportunity to pursue my passion. I was in the right place, right time, and I had, I guess, the right makeup in my past to be able to do what I do. And I'm grateful for that. And I just, and I'm grateful for the amount of support that I get from my fans. And I just try to go out there and do my thing and live it up and take advantage and revel in every bit of my opportunity. So maybe that's it.
That's awesome. Now, maybe you can talk a little bit more, because the map round news is pretty fresh, and I'm seeing a lot of questions in here where people are asking, when do we get to see you fight again?
Mm-hmm. I will be fighting Matt Brown, hopefully. If all goes to plan, I'll be fighting Matt Brown January 30th, Abu Dhabi Fight Island.
Amazing. So many questions coming in, just filtering. Okay. If you could live anywhere in the world besides Albuquerque, where would you live?
That's a good question. Maybe Hawaii. I love Hawaii.
Okay. Do you play any video games? And if so, which ones?
I stopped playing video games a long time ago. I'm just too much of I get fixated on stuff. So, I mean, it was not a healthy use of my time, but I used to play a lot of Halo.
Oh, Halo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back to coffee. As a coffee nerd myself, what attracted you to the coffee business? This is Clint Chandra.
I've liked coffee for a long time. My parents, they were hardworking folk and needed their energy, so they drank coffee, and so I was brought up around it. But as far as the business, it's a legal addictive substance. If people are not going to go without their coffee, and so whether the economy's good, the economy's bad, people are still going to be lining up for their fix.
David Enriquez, Dan Hardy recently said that he would love a rematch with you. Would you consider that?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if he's actually coming back, and I know he said that, but yeah, that fight would be cool. I think people would be stoked to see the fight, and yeah, we could do that for sure.
All right, and then speaking of fights, Christian, craziest street fight story involved or not?
Craziest? I don't know what the statute of limitations is, so maybe I shouldn't. No. I used to work downtown Albuquerque as a bouncer, and we threw a guy out. I don't even know what. I was working at the door, and he called all his buddies who were still in the club, and we got into a big brawl out in the middle of Second and Central. And if you know anything about Albuquerque, that's like right in the middle of everything going on downtown at night. And there was cars driving by, and I end up on the ground, like in a knee bar on this dude, and I get booted in the head because probably not a good idea to be rolling for knee bars in street fights. So that was kind of a wild time.
That's awesome. Just a heads up, everyone, we are running really close to the end of the time, so we're just going to take a few more questions. Next up, fighters who are pursuing things outside of MMA. A lot of people are doing different things. They're in different markets. What do you think about all that? Does that interest you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good idea for people to diversify. This is, this sport, or really any athletic endeavor is kind of a flash in the pan. It's gone before you even know it. So to have other things going on is really important. That's why the coffee thing, and now this collaboration with Sene with doing the jeans is really important. It also helps me grow my brand, and I'm able to do other stuff and hopefully leapfrog to other industries as I start to phase out of getting punched in the head for a living.
Right on. Well, speaking of things outside of fighting, what do you like to do for fun? This is from Ryan Turizo.
I like outdoor stuff. I like hiking. I like to shoot. I like archery. I like to cook a lot. But yeah, and that's kind of my main hobbies.
Nice. Okay. Speaking of hobbies, do you still have German Shepherds or do you have any pets?
I have a dog that's kind of a German Shepherd. I don't know. He's a pound puppy, so I don't know what the hell he is. He kind of looks like a Dutch Shepherd, actually. But yeah, I do. I have a pit bull mastiff mix named Gypsy. I have the Shepherd guy named Remington. I have a little Jack Terrier named Sophie, and then I actually just got a kitten like 2 days ago that's named Chicken.
All right. Awesome. This is from Joe on Instagram. Are the jeans actually comfortable?
Super comfy. I'm actually wearing them right now. I've been in like a full squat this whole time. You guys just can't see me from the waist down. I'm not really in a full squat, but no, they're super comfy.
Okay. Awesome. Let's do a fun one for the last one. Johnny Alvarez, what is your favorite thing to cook? Do you cook?
My favorite thing, I don't know. I've been making a lot of pasta these days and having some fun with that. I don't really know how to make pasta, so I just kind of roll with it and try to develop flavors and make my own sauces and whatnot. I have a good time doing that.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I think that concludes the AMA. Is there anything else that you want to say to everyone who's here?
Well, this has been fun. I think we could do this more often. I think this is actually my second time on Instagram Live. I did a thing with Warrior Collective the other day, but we do these more often. I enjoy talking to you guys, and we're doing the collaboration, the Gene thing that launches tonight, I think. And I think we got about 2,000 people on the wait list. Those people get some cool swag, some signed stuff, but leading up to the holidays, some signature jeans would be nice for your dude or for yourself or for your dad, your brother, or your chick. I don't know. It's a good gift.
That's right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carlos, for taking the time. Thank you everyone for being here. This was a ton of fun. Yeah, make sure you go to senestudio.com /collections/Condit. You'll see it if you go to the main page to check out the jeans. And this will be recorded and this will be recorded for later, so you guys can see it whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube today.
All right, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.